everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today for the next installment of 8 ways to improve your me-conomy or we-conomy if you're married. My name is Christian Stewart. I am the founder and lead financial coach at Do Better Financial. Today we're going to chat about debt. So this week I actually posed a question on social media. Hi Desmond, thank you for joining us today. Hi Erica, thanks for joining. I asked the question, how would you describe Sallie Mae in 5 words or less? And I asked you to keep it PG, and you did for the most part. Thank you. Hi Kendrick, thanks for joining us today. So here are some of the responses that I got. Sam said, a for-profit, not really helping. And I really do wonder about that for-profit thing because they don't help, so what else are they doing? Who else? Chris said, new name, still sucks, because they changed their name to Navient. Hi Kenneth, hi Brian, thanks for joining us today. I agree with that as well. Navient, you can call it whatever you want. They're still not great. Deonshay said they are a pimp / mob boss. They don't care what you're going through. They just want their money and they want it when they want it. I agree with that as well. And last but not least, the one that actually is right on line with what I'm going to be talking about today is from Angel. She called it modern day middle class slavery. So, has anybody out there ever thought of Sallie Mae as their master? Crickets. Nobody? Nobody's like, yeah, I'm going to pay Master Sallie Mae today. Nobody? Okay, let me tell you why I posed that question. Proverbs 22:7 says that the rich rule over the poor and the borrower is servant to the lender. Servants serve masters. So if you're a borrower and you're paying a lender, that makes you a servant paying your master. MasterCard, anybody? That name is not a coincidence. So if we think of it that way, as the people that we owe things to being our masters, it changes the relationship. Think about if you owe family money. Thanksgiving dinner tastes a little different. They may not say anything, but you feel a way, right? So why would we want to get rid of debt? Other than not wanting masters. I think that's a pretty good reason. But maybe you have some other reasons. Maybe you're thinking, hi Alicia, thanks for joining us today. Maybe you're thinking, man, I still got these student loans and my kids are about to go to college. I can't afford both, right? Maybe that's why you want to get out of debt. Maybe like for me, I just was sick of somebody else having their hands in my money. Because when you owe somebody, they are entitled to have say over what you do with your funds. You might say, nah, they don't have any say. I don't give them any say. You keep trying that. I promise you. Sallie Mae can't come repossess your education, but she will get with the government, who is her best friend, and take money straight out of your bank account. Hi, Sally. Thanks for watching. They will come. It's called a garnishment, and they will take your money. Just take it. They don't even have to sue you. They can take it. Try that with your car. They will straight up come and take your car right out your parking lot or at work. Hi, Kristen. Thanks for watching. Try that with your house. Please don't try that with your house. You don't want to try that with your house, okay? We've seen all the foreclosures. They will come and take your house. Hi, Brittany. Thanks for watching. So all of these reasons, right? And not just will they take those things. Let's say you're running low on money. Let's say something happens to your income. If you don't have the money to pay them, it creates an extra burden because now you're not only worried about, oh, I need to find a job, oh, I need to get this straight. Now I need to figure out how to pay these people so they don't take things that I need for my livelihood or to protect my family or to serve my family, right? Like your home, your car, or so that they don't take what little money I have in the situation of garnishment when you don't pay your student loans. So these are some of the reasons why you might want to get out of debt. There's some of the reasons why I wanted to get out of debt. And that's the first thing you need to get out of debt. You need a reason why. And it needs to be not just, oh, it'd be nice. Real talk, it would be nice if I had washboard abs. Want to know why I don't? Because it ain't that important to me. In honesty, if you have a big enough reason, if having washboard abs meant that you never had to work a day of your life, like another day, you'd probably figure it out because that seems like a really big deal. So we need the same type of large why when we're getting out of debt. That'll keep you on the path no matter how hard it gets. Hi, Lucy, and thanks for watching. So once you find your why, whatever that lightning thing is, whatever's going to light your fire and get you to move, if it's your kids, if it's your freedom, if it's that vacation, if it's a dream destination wedding, if it's whatever, if it's a dream vow renewal, whatever that thing is that lights your fire, you need to get it somewhere that you can see it all the time. So, for instance, you might have, I know Oprah made these really popular back in the day, but I like them for when they're purposeful, the idea of a dream board. What is it that makes you want to move forward, right? What is it that you're aiming towards? So get your why. Second thing you need to do is set a goal. So when I was getting out of debt, I said I wanted to be out of debt in 3 years. Now this was based on some of my math, which was not complicated math. Don't be scared because I said the word math, please. It's not complicated math. I think it was like a 5-year loan, and based on what I was paying and what I was making, I was like, I think I can do it in 3. Right? Pretty simple, okay? So I worked out that math. I'm shooting for 3. I want you to do the same thing. It doesn't have to be super complicated. Add it up, see how much, if you didn't do anything, if you just kept paying your minimum payments, how long it would take you. Now, assuming you make at least that much money to cover your regular expenses and your debts, that's how long it's going to take you to get out of debt once you add all of that up, right? So if the biggest loan you got says you got 7 years left on payoff, then if you do nothing, 7 years. That's not your goal, that's reality. If you keep paying on time, you got 7 years. So you might say, all right, if I pay an extra $100 a month, and there are spreadsheets and different apps that can help you with this. If I pay an extra $100 a month, how much closer does that bring me to being, how much closer to the present does my debt-free come? So that might take off a year. It might take off 2. I don't know how much debt you have, what your interest rates are, all that stuff, that factors into it. But those apps and those spreadsheets can help you with that as well. So I'm going to get to that in a second. Hi, Joy. Thanks for watching. So you're going to get a goal. And it's a time-sensitive goal, and it's one that makes sense for you. Okay? But I want you to don't be too attached to that goal. Because life happens, and sometimes the goal shifts to the right, so it moves from 3 years to 4. And then sometimes you get a little extra money and the goal can slide back. That's what happened for me. So after I got out of college, I had the car. I bought that car, and I had like a couple student loans. I had a little credit card, and so I was like, okay, I think I can pay this stuff off in 3 years. Do not freak out. I did not have those few loans. That's a separate discussion for a separate time. Okay, but at the time, those were the loans I had, and I thought I could do them all in 3 years, and I did. I actually did it quite a bit faster because as I had my goal, money, when it came to me, my first thought was, oh, this is for my goal. It wasn't for anything else because I had a goal and I wanted to get there, and I was like, hey, this will actually speed that up. So second job after I bought this car, after I got out of college, I get a paycheck, and I'm the kind of person who checks my paycheck stubs, even though I get auto direct deposit. I check my paycheck stub, and there's like an extra $500 in it. And for anybody who's ever gotten one of those checks that look kind of fishy, at least my first instinct is, this is wrong. They're going to come and ask me for this money back. Let me call them now before I spend it. So I call my boss, and she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. The paperwork got mixed up, and they didn't get it to you. You got a raise. I was like, I got a $500 a month raise? Woohoo! But my first thought was not, let me go buy shoes, let me go on vacation, which would have been really nice. It was, hey, I got this goal. $500 a month, my goal is about to slide back. And it did. So I thought maybe I could get it done in 2.5. Ended up being 27 months. So 2 years and 3 months, I was done. Boom, finished, right? So having that goal, it was there. But, let it be a little flexible if it needs to be. Don't be flexible with it because you wishy-washy. Those are 2 separate things. Last thing you need is a plan. Now, the plan that I use and the plan that I recommend for my clients and for anybody else who asks me is the debt snowball. The way that it works is you're going to take your debts, you're going to order them from smallest to largest. So the smallest one, I'm going to use 3 just for the sake of simplicity. Hi TJ, thanks for watching. So sake of simplicity, we got 3 debts. We got a 10,000, 5,000, and a 1,000 because those are really easy for me to remember. All right, so you're going to take those 3 debts, you got them in order from smallest to largest. All my math nerds out there, yes, I am aware that they may all have different percentages. They might all have different interest rates, okay? If you were doing math, you wouldn't be in debt. Trust me on this. Just try it this way, and if you really want to go do it another way later, feel free. If you're not debt free, and if and you just want to change it up, hey, do you. I'm telling you what works for me. So You're going to put them in order from smallest to largest. 1,000, 5,000, 10,000. So you're going to pay the minimum payment on all of those, whatever that is. And that's depending on your interest rate and lots of other things. Minimum payment on all of your debts, and then any extra money you find in your budget. We talked about budgeting the last couple of weeks. So any extra money you find, from reducing how much you drive, to getting a better deal on your car insurance, to lowering your cell phone, because good Lord knows those things are expensive. Whatever it is, getting rid of cable, just not eating out so much. I know that hurts your heart, but you can cook, I promise. Even if it's just a crock pot, you can do it. We'll talk about that later too. So whatever extra money you find, you're going to throw it at the smallest debt, that $1,000 debt. So let's say it had a $25 minimum payment. You found an extra $75 in your budget. That means you're going to be throwing $100 at that smallest debt, that $1,000 debt, right? You're going to keep throwing that $1,000, keep throwing that $100 at the $1,000 debt until it goes away, right? And so then afterwards, you're going to take the 25 minimum payment plus the 75 that you found as your snowball, and you're going to roll those together, and that's your new snowball is now 100. You're going to throw that at the next debt, at that $5,000 debt, and you're going to keep going. So the main question I get about the interest rates is, why don't you do largest interest rate first? One reason. Interest rates don't give you momentum. Wins do. So when you pay off that smallest one first, you get a quick win. Think about when you go to the gym. If you're trying to lose weight or you're trying to build muscle mass. If you're trying to lose weight and your goal is to lose 50 pounds, you don't walk into the gym and think, boom, I'm losing 50 pounds in a week. It's not how it works. No trainer's going to instruct you to do that. And if you do that, you're probably going to end up in the hospital. Please don't do that. Okay, so they're going to set you a goal. It might be 5 pounds, might be 10 pounds, might be 15, depending on your size and, you know, how much water weight you got and so on and so forth. Why do they do that? Why do they break it up into smaller goals? So you feel like you've won. You haven't met your ultimate goal, but you can see the finish line. It's coming towards you instead of it seems like it's receding into the darkness, right? So that quick win is what we're going for when we pay things off smallest to largest. I can tell you, when I paid off the credit card first, I was like, oh, that was easy. Because it was really small. It might have been like $175 on it. But that's neither here nor there. I had it, and I was like, for what? I got money. I can pay for this stuff. I just used it because I didn't plan very well. There comes that word again, planning, right? It's going to come up a lot, promise. Or, I'm sorry, not really. You need a plan. So, I pay off that small credit card. Yes, let's go. Let's do it. Get to that smaller student loan. I think it was somewhere in between 5 and 10. I don't remember exactly. Maybe like $7,500. And it took a little longer, right? But I had that win. I had seen my process work, and I knew this could work. So it starts rolling. When I got to that car, and when I got that extra $500 coming in from work, and then I got a bonus, man, when I tell you I went crazy. Some of y'all know what I did, but I had a little extra savings because I'm a little itchy about not having very much in my savings account. Hi, Walking in Faith. Thanks for joining us today. I'm a little itchy about not having an extra bit of money in my savings account, just a little buffer. And so I had been holding on to that buffer for dear life because I'm like, nah, you can't have my buffer, Dave Ramsey, right? So when I got real close, I mean, I probably had about 3, maybe 4 grand left on the car. I was like, I got $2,500 in that buffer. Ooh, I could pay this off in like 3 months if I get rid of that buffer. And it took a while, but I did it because my goal was right. I could see it. It was so close I could taste it. I just knew, like, the state of Texas was ready. Hi, Aisha, thanks for joining us today. The state of Texas was ready to send me my title. I could see it. I could see it in my mind's eye. It was coming. So I went ahead and I threw it at it, right? And that's what got me that extra 3 or 4 months quickness, was that money that I had kind of been hoarding. And that was actually some money that I had gotten a long time ago and just didn't want to let go of. But it was funny because I was probably getting, I don't know, less than 1% interest on that money in the bank. But I was paying 6 or 7 to the government for that loan. And I was paying 8 or 9 to Honda for my car. You know, it didn't make any sense. It didn't even make mathematical sense. It just made me feel better. So I want you to, when you start out with this goal, yes, keep your goal. But all that little stuff that you're holding on to that feels really, really important right now, when you see that goal get close, it's going to feel silly. And you're going to be like, nah, ready to go. So I want you to remember to find your why, whatever that is for you, freedom, your kids, that dream vacation or destination wedding, set your goal, and then give it a little stretch and make a plan. Whatever that plan is. I suggested that snowball. Pick a plan and get on it, man. That's number 4. Do it. Do not write some stuff down just to make yourself feel better, because in a year, you're not going to feel better anymore. You're going to be like, dang, I wrote this down and I didn't do anything. Do it. If you need somebody to give you a little kick in the pants, you need a little extra encouragement, or you hear me talking and it's going, woo, I can't hear you, I'm nervous, this stuff scares me, please feel free to call me or email me at christian@dobetterfinancial.com, or you can hit me up on Facebook, on my Facebook page, or in a DM. I thank you so much for joining me today. I want everybody to go out and have a wonderful and safe 4th of July, Independence Day. And I will see you next week. Again, my name is Christian with Do Better Financial. Thank you for joining me. Have a good one.